Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Ryan, and today we're heading out to Pine Island. We're going to hit up the Flatland Reserves. It's a trail out there. It's one of the two more we have to hit besides Cayo Costa. So without further ado, we're going to dive in, see what we can find. I've seen some pictures online on Google of ducks and birds and turtles, so who knows what we'll find out there. But let's hit the road and see what's going on. Alright guys, so we made it here to the Pine Island Flatwood Preserve, and most of it is going to be basically sandy, so it's not one of the more traditional trails, but it's going to be kind of like when we went to the Charlotte Harbor one down in Cape Coral. So we're just going to dive in. So in this trail, sometimes part of it gets closed off when the eagles are nesting. So I don't really know when that is, time of year, but we'll go in and see what's going on. We'll follow trail markers and kind of see what animals we find today. It's been raining here, so everything's kind of a lot greener. It's really nice. I mean, you can kind of see how green everything is. Super nice. So when I was looking this place up, I saw some pictures like ducks and water, and as I was walking around, I was like, where is the water? So I decided to take the sandy road. One, it's harder walking than I had thought. Two, my shoes are full of sand now. And three, I may have found some water, I think, up ahead. So I'm going to keep pushing forward and pick it back up if I found water. I couldn't even see it, but I could smell the water. So we're going to continue on another trail and see what we can find through that. Alright, so we did find water, however we couldn't get very close because there's a bunch of trees. As we're starting this vlog, let me just say thank you everyone for all the birthday wishes. I really appreciate all the kind comments and all the sorts of that. I forgot to do it in the last two videos, but I truly appreciate you guys stopping in and saying happy birthday to me. Whether it was early, late, it doesn't matter. I appreciate all of it. It really made my day. And on top of that, thank you guys all for subscribing also. Thank you so much for subscribing. My goal is to hit 100 subscribers by the end of this year. And I know it's obtainable. I just have to really put in the effort. I've got some cool things I'm working on to go with this channel. I've got a cool intro I'm working on, and then I have a logo design to kind of be added in there. Also, with the talk of the logo, I'm not going to explain what it is until I release it, and then I have a quick story about it. And I think it ties into this channel so well, and to me personally. So I'm super excited to get into work on that. I think I'm actually going to start drawing it out and then get it digitally taken care of. So be on the lookout for that. This bird right here is actually a swallowtail kite. It was flying so majestically. I caught a little bit of it on camera, but not the first part of when I saw it. It was the way birds can float and fly and whatever's through air. It's just amazing. But let's continue on, see what else we can get. So seeing the swallowtail kite, I did a little Googling of it. It's actually it says it's a large raptor. I didn't know that, just assumed it was a bird. So it is the only bird with the tail that long, and the only bird with it forked like that. So it seems like today was a little bit of a bust, which isn't a big deal. I mean, we did see the swallowtail kite, and we did get some good exercise in walking in the sand. But we're gonna walk back to the car. There's another preserve. There's another preserve down the street from here, probably a couple miles. So we're gonna drive over there, see what it has to offer. Hopefully we can get something more. Otherwise, it's gonna be kind of a shorter video for you guys. But on the plus side, I recorded this time lapse this morning. So I got home from work at like 1:45. Hold on, let me get to more even land and I'll continue the story. Alright, now that we're off that sand, so I get home at like 1:45, 2 o'clock, don't go to bed for a little bit. And yesterday when I was, not yesterday, so when I opened at work on Tuesday, I was coming over the Cape Coral Bridge, and I could see the sunrise, and I was like, oh my goodness, this would make the coolest time lapse, or to grab a picture for it. So I get up early, I'm talking 5:30 in the morning, get ready, head out there, set up, and I wait about 40 minutes for the sunrise, and I grab this time lapse. I think it's so cool. I love sunrises and sunsets. It's probably the coolest part about living in Florida when you see it over the water. I've been to Miami, I've seen the sunrise on the water, it's spectacular. I've seen sunsets on the East Coast. So I think that's gonna be my new intro for a while. Probably put some cool music behind there, and we'll call it good. So let's flash back to when I said I'm by water. I mean, it's Pine Island, there's water on both sides, it's an island. But I knew I was like super close, but we found a crab. It looks like it was probably picked up by a bird, and the bird dropped it, and since it's not water, the poor crab died, unfortunately. But I think it's a pretty cool find on today's bust. So we have a couple things we can at least say we found here. So we're gonna head back to the car, empty my shoe of all this sand, and I don't know if I'm going to hit the other preserve or if I'm going to drive all the way down to the end of St. James City. I've never been there before, and kind of see what it's like, because at the end of Bokeelia, there's this restaurant. It's called Captain Khan's, I think, and it's right on the water. It's beautiful. You walk on the pier. It's just so spectacular. Actually, if I still have that video, I'm gonna insert it right here. It's just so pretty. I love it. So I'm gonna head back, get to the car, and we'll go from there. So funny little part. I think I might be a little lost. None of this, well, it all looks familiar because it's all palmetto bushes and pine trees and flowers, but I don't remember if I went down this trail or not, so hopefully we can get back to my car. Just kidding, I'm sure if I follow enough trails I'll either go in a circle or make it back to the parking lot, so wish me luck. Ooh. Ooh, Miranda got some sun. Not good. I didn't bring a hat today because I got my hair cut beforehand. It's a crab. Look at that thing. It's not alive. It's not alive. I'm pretty sure what happened is a bird picked it up and it fell out of the bird's mouth, and since it's not by water, it died, and the ants probably went through and cleared out all the crab meat and whatnot. It looks like a fiddler crab maybe. But so I'm at a crossroads. Do I want to go out and hit another trail, or, you know, I don't think we're gonna hit that trail today. I think we're just gonna go check out the very end of St. James City. We're gonna wrap it up and call it a day. So I'm hitting one last preserve here in Pine Island, and then we're basically done with Pine Island. The only other one is Cayo Costa. You have to pay to get on a boat to go there, so we probably won't go anytime soon. I'm gonna see how far I can get in here. There's trails to go through the woods, and then there's a boardwalk type one where the path's paved. So I'll probably do the paved path today. Plus it's getting pretty hot in the day. It's 2 o'clock, so it's just gonna get hotter and hotter. Probably gonna get more sunburnt. But we're gonna dive in. We're gonna see what we can find and have some fun with this. Alright, so off the bat, we can tell that there's little plates, like little signs to tell you where everything else is, like some of the other trails we've been to. There's also little pavilions, so you can actually stop and get something to eat, rest, get some shade. And a pretty nice pavilion. I'm just gonna hit this path over here, see what's going on it. The dirt trails look a lot better than the one we just came from, with all the sand. So we're definitely probably gonna walk that too. Definitely will say, I'm glad I stopped today, because this is way better than the trail we just hit. So there's some big news going on with Pine Island right now, actually. They're actually putting in another gas station. So when I grew up on Pine Island, there was only ever one gas station. When you entered, it was Circle K. And now they're putting a 7-Eleven. Where they're putting it, I don't know how logical it is. So what I mean by how logical, it's to get to Pine Island is a two-way road. The 7-Eleven is going to be at that 2-lane road. So in order to go either way, you're gonna have to cross traffic. I don't know how smart that is. I don't know. It just doesn't seem very logical. Like, the Pine Island Road is the only way to get on and off Pine Island. And it's gonna be busier now. So the island definitely needed another gas station. I don't know if that was the play. You know, I think there's a bunch of other areas that they could have put a gas station. I don't know if that makes sense to me, but it's not up to me. It's almost already built, so I'm glad that there's another gas station. Because right now in Circle K, there's only 6 pumps, and it's a pain to get in and out of, especially when it's busy. So good luck to all them. So this preserve is obviously home to a bunch of animals. It's also home to bald eagles. So there's a trail that's actually closed from the trail's closed from October to May. So it just opened back up. October to May is it's when eagles nest and reproduce and have babies. Down here we actually have a pair of eagles that we follow quite frequently through October and May because, as everyone knows, they're endangered species. So it's kind of cool to watch it. I don't remember the names of them, but I'll see if I can find them and I'll put the name in. So, speaking of what animals they have here, of course there's alligators. We're in Florida. And it's always funny when you see the signs because it's like, don't harass or molest alligators. And I don't know if I told this story, but when I first saw the sign of don't molest alligator, I was like, how would you even do that? But I guess when it deals with animals, it's something else. I don't know. But that's a whole different topic we're not getting into. Bestiality. Nope. So, we're just going to do a quick walkthrough here. Actually, from walking on the sand, I have some blisters on my feet now. So we switched shoes, and we're going to hit this boardwalk and see what we have, and then head on out. You know, it's kind of funny that I got a blister on my foot and I went to go find a band-aid in my car and I don't have any. I was literally just telling my mom I have to restock my first aid kit because it's dry in my car. I don't have aspirin, I don't have first aid kit, I don't have band-aids, I don't have anything I should. So that's what I get. I talked about it like a week ago. It's my own fault. Way to go, Miranda. Chalk one up for team stupidity. So I don't know what this bush is. I just remember my grandfather having it all through his backyard. They're cool looking, but let's keep going. So that's a wild coffee tree. It's not the traditional coffee tree, like the coffee that we drink every day, but it's a favorite fruit of the birds. Here's another one. You can tell it's a coffee tree because of how vibrant the colors are on the tree. So yeah, the leaves are super green on the tree. And they have these little balls on them, which the birds eat. And they grow to 6 to 8 feet tall. That's huge. And they called it a shrub. That's like a tree. That's taller than me. So in the last video, this is the bird I saw, an osprey. We see these everywhere, especially like at the beach. I've seen these. I went from not seeing bald eagles to seeing them quite a bit to not seeing them again. So, you know, people say that you see things based off of what's going on in your life. Like an eagle is there if you see an eagle, it's a sign of change and all this other stuff like freedom and whatnot. And so I don't know if that's what it was, but it was at a time of where I didn't like my last job. I was in a really bad spot. It's kind of in a dark spot, not like suicidal or anything, but I just wasn't happy. I didn't like going to work. I hated my job, I hated my boss, I hated where I lived. I didn't like anything. So then I'd see Eagles, and then when we found out that they were selling our house that we were renting and we had to move, I was stressing out about that, and then I started seeing more Eagles again. Like every day, it was so cool. There's so much, watching it soar, they're just so majestic. It's unbelievable how a creature like that, a creature that size can just float through the air. It's amazing. So, and speaking of, you know, you see signs and whatnot of whatever you need in life. I'll get into like a huge story about this later on, but my great-grandmother always loved cardinals. My great-grandfather named the road in Pine Island they lived on Cardinal Lane for her. She just loved cardinals. They had cardinal little windmills, they had cardinals on their napkin dispense like holders, they had cardinals everywhere. She loved cardinals. I actually got a tattoo of a cardinal in a memory of her. It's my second tattoo that I got. But the other day at work, I thought I saw a cardinal, but I couldn't see it again, and we were busy, so I couldn't like really look. And then 2 days ago, I'm looking out the window, daydreaming and not being at work, and different ideas I can be doing and things like that. And I see a cardinal. It's playing with the crows, just flying around, and I don't see a lot of cardinals, so it was funny when I told my mom about it. You know, we're kind of like, oh, it's kind of funny, blah, blah, blah. You know, great-grandma loved those cardinals. And then like a day later, my mom tagged me in a post talking about this lady's grandmother died, and they asked God. I don't believe any certain way, so I'm just telling the story, okay? They asked God to give a sign when their great-grandmother made it to the other side, and this cardinal flew into the house, landed on the shoulder of a family member, and when they tried to get it to fly away, it came back to them. So, I mean, I do believe in signs, and things happen for a reason. You see things for a reason, and you're steered a certain way for a reason. So I thought it was really cool to see a cardinal again. I haven't seen a cardinal in so long. Such a long time. It was nice. On that note, I think that's going to be the end of today. It's the last place. It's the last place of Pine Island. I still have one more video to do. So that video is not going to be a trail. It's going to be something bigger. It's going to take me a while to do, so it's not going to come out anytime soon. But we do have a couple more stops in Pine Island to get done. Definitely not getting it done today. It is way too hot out now. It's always hotter in the end of the day. With that being said, as we reach the end of this boardwalk, I've had a blast today walking through Pine Island. I absolutely love this area. It brings so much satisfaction to me. It brings happiness to me. It brings calming to me. Pine Island means a lot to me. Every time I get to come out to Pine Island, it's like breathing fresh air after being inside. It's just so calm and relaxing and free. So with that said, today's favorite part of the video, I think, has to be finding that fiddler crab shell. That was awesome. I also found this broken one up. So here's a quick video of that. No. I also found this fiddler crab. Shell's all messed up, but besides that, the second favorite part of the day was probably the ice cream I'm about ready to get. I mean, the swallowtail kite was pretty cool, and I haven't seen those in a... No, I lied, I see them all the time, just never as close as I did. But I'm about ready to go get... My battery just died on my camera. I think that's a great sign to say we are done here. So I'm filming the rest of this outro on my camera, or on my iPhone. But yeah, I'm gonna get some ice cream. It's gonna be so refreshing at the end of this day. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. It's been a pleasure, and as everything, hope you enjoyed it. See you guys.